Welcome to Knife Chats. If you like this video, please take a moment to leave a comment. Thank you.
So a couple years back, I ended up buying an SKS bayonet blade on Amazon for I think around $2.99 or $3.99. Now these blades are a bayonet blade that goes on the bottom of an SKS rifle, which is a Russian-made rifle similar to an AK-47, and they're permanently attached to the bottom of the rifle, and they just basically rotate back and forth. And the way it is attached is with this little spring and stuff, but I did not have all that. All I had was the metal portion of a bar that goes back to a little bit beyond where you see that pin there, so about 2.5 inches long, and that was what the attachment would go into so that the bayonet could swivel underneath the SKS rifle. Now if you can tell here, there is no sharp edge on any of these triangular shaped blades. It's designed specifically for poking, basically a big pig sticker, and the tip is not even extremely sharp. If you can tell there, it's kind of rounded off, and that's so that if you're poking into a person, it doesn't get stuck into the bone, so it can actually go in and out with very little problem. It isn't going to get stuck in anything. The problem with a lot of bayonets is if they hit bone, they can get stuck in it and then you can't get it out. And one thing you really want to do with a bayonet is get it out, because if you can't get it out, you can't get your rifle out either, especially if the bayonet is permanently attached to the rifle. In any case, all I had was the blade, and I was thinking, what can I do with this blade? And I started thinking back to World War II, where there were all these theater-made knives. And I thought, well, I can take this and pretend like it's a theater-made knife. And so what I did was I took a piece of bamboo to use as a handle. It's round, doesn't really matter, because the blade is also round, even though it's triangular in shape. And so I also decided I could just make a round guard for it. And so what I used for the guard is your standard washer that you can find just about anywhere. Bamboo handle is about 5.5 inches long. Blade itself is about 13 inches long, so overall the whole thing is about 18 inches long. And while not extremely sharp, you'll see that it really will poke holes in things. And I decided I also needed a sheath for it, so I took the remaining portion of a tiki torch, hollowed it out, and made a bamboo sheath for it also. And so we have that here, and you notice it's just tied on with leather, and the bayonet drops into there, hollow on the bottom so any water can turn right through it, and and then you just pull it out. There's no tie down because it's so long. It's not like it would be falling out easily. And that's what I have. That's so my little imitation theater made SKS bayonet knife cost me a grand total of maybe $5, considering the bamboo, which I got at a yard sale, and then the $3 blade. And it was a fun thing to do. The blade is actually attached to the handle with marine epoxy filling in the bamboo handle, and then if you see here, there is a pin holding it in place. The pin is actually an old coat hanger that was cut down and drilled through and just goes through both sides and then sanded down and smoothed out. And then I gave it a good coat of lacquer over the whole thing. But there you have it. Thing is solid as a rock, and you'll see in a minute that it can definitely poke holes in things.
So what you have here is the scabbard, the bayonet blade that ends up being the knife, the bamboo handle, a small piece of coat hanger that is used for the pen, and then a galvanized steel washer. I think the washer cost a nickel. And here we have it assembled but not yet shellacked. And here we have it after a nice coat of varnish. And let's look at something a little more fun than some pictures. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Knife Chats, and if you did, please like and share it with your friends. Comments are always welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you'll know when the next episode of Knife Chats is up online. Thanks again. Hope to see you soon.